Today's topic of discussion is say nothing. So in the UK, right, you've got a slang saying called say nothing, say less, say no more. Those are all abbreviations from the original say nothing. So the term say nothing means talk less and do more. But you see a lot of youngsters in society, a lot of these idiots, they're going around and saying to each other, say less, say no more. Say, all this is irritating people, just idiots. They don't know the meaning of the word say nothing. Say nothing means you speak less and you do more. So that goes back to knowledge and experience. In today's society, unfortunately, a lot of my generation and younger generations, so I'm 24 years old, so 24 and people who are younger, they haven't got no sense of streetwise, they haven't got no sense of life experience, and they haven't been through enough hardships and enough suffering. This is what it is. So the level of competition in today's society is just so weak, it's pathetic. So when I jumped on, for example, YouTube, I jumped on it for about, how long has it been? About 4 months now. Previously, before that, I never was really on social media. A lot of my experience comes from real life interactions with people. So when it comes to, let's say, building character, building confidence, all these kind of things there, that comes from real life. It doesn't come from talking in front of the camera like a lot of these youngsters. As soon as they just jump on social media, they jump on Instagram, jump on Snapchat, all this other nonsense, and they just start recording. This is what it is. This is what the problem is in society. You got so many things happening, so many activities happening, so many, let's say, crimes that are happening. And these youngsters, these stupid idiots, they're just whipping out their phones and they're just recording. How can anybody justify that? It doesn't make any sense. So if there were certain crimes that were taking place, so let's say, for example, you're growing up in a poor area. So myself, I grew up in Harlesden, right? A lot of the crimes that were taking place in Harlesden, they weren't recorded on the phone. So from like 2000s, late 2000s, 1990s, that whole time period, so social media and before social media, nobody was whipping out their phones. And then the older people would tell us as well. They'd tell us like, don't take out your phone. So that right there, that came back to just being streetwise there. But a lot of these people they're committing crimes and then they're getting involved in activities and then they're just self-snitching. So this is what it is. How can anybody respect that? So how can women respect that? So this is what it is. So we're going to be discussing some key points here and learning from what we can learn from those points there and see what we can take into account. So first point is. So God has given you 2 ears and 1 mouth for a reason. So a lot of guys here, they seem to just talk so much in a conversation, talk more than everyone in their friendship group, everyone in their, let's say, workplace, everyone at school, college, you name it. They talk the most and they do the least amount. How can women respect that? They can't respect that, can they? It's because God has created you to listen more. And once you listen more and you can take into account other people's viewpoints, you can take bits and pieces of what works for people and what doesn't work for people. If there's certain mistakes they've made, you can learn from their mistakes. That goes back to just learning and just being smart, isn't it? A lot of people in society, when it comes to, let's say, relationships, they're not learning from other people. So if other people are leading with, let's say, external things, and they're getting divorced, they're getting into problems with women, they're getting low quality women, are you not using your ears to actually take into account what that person's saying? Because if you're not, then what can I say? So anytime you're speaking to a woman anyway, in general, you want to be that type of guy who's listening more to what she's saying. So you can listen to what she's saying, look at her behavior as well, look at how she interacts with other people. And that way there, you're going to have a better understanding of that person. The knowledge that you know, right? The information that you know That information, you already know it. So when you're saying that out to other people, you're not learning from that, are you? You know, you can only learn from other people when you're actually listening to what they're saying. So that's really important. Next point is action. So when it comes to action, right, you need to take action. So a lot of guys, they say, "Oh, say nothing," but that's all they say. they just talk their stupid slang all day. Myself, I speak little to no slang. A lot of people are not learning this from young ages because they're stuck in that same poor mentality, that poverty type mentality, to talk slang with each other. You cannot talk with those set of people and then talk with a professional set of people the same way. It cannot. That's not how life works. You need to develop your grammar, speak fluently, and then be able to speak with all sets of people. So the way I communicate in front of the camera is how I communicate with other people in real life. Yeah? So that's really important. Be that type of guy who's taking action in life and you're actually performing. You're not just telling other people, "Oh, I've got this goal, I've got this objective," and then you're telling women, "Oh, I've got these objectives and this is what I'm trying to do and this is what I'm trying to achieve." You do that through your actions, and then when a woman sees that, she gets surprised by that. She wasn't expecting that. That's why women love a guy who's mysterious. When he's doing certain things, right, that is out of the ordinary. She wasn't expecting that. So if she checks you up on, let's say, social media, she sees that, oh, you're actually doing something else, and you're doing something constructive with your life, you're meeting other people who are actually doing well in their industries, her respect is going to go up and up. But the guys who are talking the most on the internet, posting the same nonsense, day in, day out, smoking their weed, smoking whatever intoxicants, drinking themselves silly, doing the same dirty activity, guess what? Those same guys are attracting all the low quality women. That's what it is. They're attracting low quality women. And then they're just going on that downward spiral. No sense of progression, no sense of action, no sense of taking accountability, no sense of pushing forward in life and moving forward, none of that. So in life, right, you gotta sit back certain times and take a step out and say, you know what, I need to get my stuff together. I need to get my shit together. Because clearly things are not working out here. I'm just doing all this talking and I'm not taking any action. And the next point after that is evaluate. So anytime you have interactions with people, or you've had, let's say, certain experiences, whether it's, business wise, or certain times you've done certain meetings with people, you need to take a step back and look at what went well and what didn't go well. What did you learn from those experiences, and how can you improve for your next performance? Yeah? When it comes to women, right, you need to see that when you speak to a woman, you need to see what's working and what's not working. And I'm telling you, what works 9 out of 10 times is guys who use their ears more, guys who take more action in life, and guys who talk less and say less. Yeah, so if you're gonna go around talking all your stupid slang, you need to back it up. A lot of youngsters, unfortunately, they talk all that nonsense, and then when they come across other people who are actually performing, they're not able to match that level. They can't match that level. It's because they haven't done the internal work. They haven't done the work which is necessary to develop as a person. And then the final point is repeat. So you as a person, right, you need to repeat the same thing that's working for you in life. So let's say you're posting content related to your purpose, and you're seeing how people are engaged with it, people are showing good positive results from it. People are learning from it. That's the same content you need to push out there. Yeah? A lot of guys, what they seem to do is they just jump on bandwagons. So when they see one opportunity arise, they jump on that, and then they see somebody else doing something else, and they're thinking to themselves, oh, this is not good enough anymore. Let me go on to that. You as a person, right? If you've figured out your God-given purpose, and this takes several years, once you really step into that, you know full well, right, this is something which you can do in, day out. You can continue to do it. Because you know full well, right, that's something where you can put all your energy into and you'll get good results from. But a lot of guys, what they do is, as soon as they see somebody else doing something, they start to feel insecure within themselves. They start to doubt themselves. Their confidence level is low. And they think, oh, that person's doing better than me. In life, right, you can't compare yourself to other people. You have to level yourself up in all areas of life and compare yourself to your own self. You understand? So it's really important, guys. You need to be them type of guys who, if you're going to say nothing, like a lot of these youngsters, they say that, it's just annoying. Whenever I hear these people just talking all of this nonsense and they're not backing it up. So your words have a powerful effect on yourself and other people. So speak less and then do more. So just to wrap up, ears, God has given you 2 ears and 1 mouth for a reason. So use your mouth less and use your ears more. So the most talking I tend to do is in front of the camera here, to spread knowledge, to spread information, to spread positive information about relationships. That's what I try and promote on this channel. Yeah. Next point after that was action. So be that type of guy who's taking more action in life. So if you're performing on a certain venture that you got going, be that type of guy who's fully invested into that. You're fully committed to it. You're not that type of guy who's just looking at that thing there and then you just jump into another thing. And then when women see that, how can they respect that? A lot of guys, they give it that good game when it comes to talking in front of the woman. They say all these stupid chat up lines, all this nonsense. And then when the woman starts to ask him real questions and ask him, oh, what you got going for yourself? What are you actually doing in your life? He's just going to blab on. He's just going to talk all the nonsense. And then a year, 2 years, 3 years, that woman there, she's obviously naive and she's just stupid for her to spend so many years with him. But let's say she's spending a lot of years with him, or she's not really spending that much time with him, whichever the case is. She's going to start to see that this guy here talks a good game, but he doesn't take action. So that's why the respect goes down, desire goes down, and then eventually the woman exits. So it's really important, guys. Be them type of guys who say less, right, and then you take more action, and then the women see that, and then they're thinking to themselves, right, this guy here is always surprising me. He's always doing something different. Not different as in you're not jumping bandwagon to bandwagon, but as in you're doing something which is in terms of related to your purpose, but it's always different. So with videos, right, all my videos are different. They're different topics. It's not just one topic. You understand? And then let's say I'm working on this, I'm meeting other people who are doing well in their industries, connecting with them, and then women see that, and then they're thinking to themselves, oh, this guy here, he's so attractive, he's mysterious. Well, reason being is because I don't tell them. A lot of you guys, for some reason, as soon as you get a little good news, you get an opportunity, you're the first guys to start blabbing to a woman and telling her, oh, look at this, babe. Look at this. I've gotten this. I've done this. X, Y, Z. Let her try and figure that out. And let her do investigation. You shouldn't be that type of guy to be opening your mouth so much and then she's got nothing to think about. And then the final point is evaluate. I mean, no, that's not the final point. The third point is evaluate. Evaluate all your actions that you're taking each and every single day related to your purpose. See what's working and see what's not working. So if you're getting positive engagement, you're seeing people learn from your content, and then the content that you're pushing out there related to your purpose. That right there is a good sign, and it shows that you're actually on the right track. But if you're not getting any engagement, people just completely are disregarding it, and then you feel as though that, this is not something that is worth pursuing, then you just need to reevaluate it and go back to the drawing board and see what's working and what's not working. So a lot of relationships, for example, a lot of guys get into all these problems is because they're not taking a step back and evaluating what they're doing wrong. You can only control your own actions. You can't control what a woman does. So a woman reacts to your behavior. You understand? Women are reactive because women are emotional beings. But you've got guys, right, who are reacting to women. Do you understand? This is where the problem is. Because they're reacting to what a woman's needs are and what a woman's behavior is. And women are emotional beings. They're going to be constantly fluctuating up and down, up and down, up and down. You can't keep a track on that. So that's why it's really important to evaluate your own actions and what you're doing wrong in life. So when you take a step back and you actually look at, okay, this is what I'm doing correct, this is what I'm not doing correct, women will respond to that. And they'll react to that, and then they'll react in a positive way. You understand? So that's why certain times you have to do no contact with these women. To let them know that, okay, I was providing you with value, but you took that value for granted. I'm going to have to take a step back now, and I'm going to have to remove my attention and my value from you now. And then the woman's going to try and go back and forth with you, and guess what? You haven't got time and you haven't got energy to waste on her. You're focused and locked in on your purpose. And then the final point is repeat. So you need to repeat what works and remove what is not working. And just repeat that same process again and again. It gets repetitive. It can get boring. However, if something's working and you're starting to see slow results with it, later on down the line, a year, 2 years, 3 years, 5 years down the line, you're going to really start to see the benefits of it. But nobody's going to be sat next to you and giving you a pat on the back and telling you, oh yeah, you've done amazing today. So if your name's John, for example, you've done amazing today, John. Or if your name's Mohammed, you've done great today, Mohammed. You're not going to get none of that. So expect those days there, expect those nights to be cold nights. You understand? So I hope that makes sense, guys. Like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next video.